Okay, on to part number 2, and there it is. So I'm going to go down to the little plus sign, click on that. I'm going to say Create Part Studio. I'm going to come up with Part Studio number 2, and I'm going to right click on that and rename that right now. Since I want to just call this part number 2, I'm going to get rid of the word studio here. And there we go. All right, now, this part, whoopsie, come on. There we go. This part we're going to draw from this end. So I'm going to actually use the right plane here. And I'm going to sketch, put the sketch on that right hand plane, right click, view normal to, and take a look at this. So when I count, oops, I got to start getting that better. When I count across here, I get that this is 5 blocks, I think it was, so that's 2.5. And then down this way, this one comes out to be 1/2 inch, and then it is 3 inches tall. So back to our software. So I start the rectangle tool. I'm going to click, and I'll pull this out, and my dimensions, oops, I goofed, but that's okay. I can just use the dimension tool here. That is going to be 2.5, and the overall height here is 3. I'm going to take a look at this. I also want to do this cutout. Oops, I'm going to have to select a different spot. I'm going to also do this arc in here. Now, how you do that is you use the circle tool. And the circle tool center point is going to be that upper left hand corner. I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to click, and when you count this out, this is actually a radius of 2 inches, but notice the software is asking us for a diameter, so 2 times 2, it gives us 4. Okay, now green check mark, and I'm going to right click isometric, and I'm going to do extrude. And really I can extrude this any direction. It doesn't all matter. It could come to the right, could come to the left. And I'm going to do a depth of 5 inches here. And green check mark. Okay. Now to clean things up, I'll get rid of my planes by clicking the little eyeball thing here, because I don't think I'm going to need those too much again. And I want to see the back of this, because I'm actually going to put a sketch plane right on the back of here, and then right click and say view normal to. Now this is going to be a rectangle, because I'm going to cut this out. Comes down like this. My dimensions from the end here to here, and let's take a look at that. No matter what I do, I'm going to mess that up. This is the length right here. It's 1 inch. So I'm going to put in 1 for my distance there. And then I'm going to count how many spaces. 1 inch, 2, 2.5. So it's 3 inches long. So I want to click on here. I'll put in 3. And then the depth of this is going to be this back line right here. So that's 2 inches. So 2 inches. Okay, done with our sketch. Right click. Isometric. And just so we can see it, I'll spin it around. Okay, extrude. This is going to be a remove. Faces to remove is that one right there. And for depth on this one, I could put in a depth, but instead I'm going to use through all. And green check mark. Okay, so now isometric. We've got one more thing to do, and that's to add in the little square that's right here. And you can see that's 1/2 inch back, and it's 1 inch in, and the square is 1 by 1. Alright, so sketch plane right on there. I can just select top if I want to, instead of doing normal to. Rectangle right there. Okay, oops. I'm going to back out. Come on. There we go. So you see this better. Alright, so dimension tool from here to here, and that is that's 1 inch. The overall height of this thing is 1. The overall width is also 1. And then from the front line to here, I think that was a 1/2 inch. Yes, it was. Okay. Finished with that. Right click, isometric. But you can't guess, it's going to be an extrude cut. That thing, the depth here could be the depth of it, but I like to use through all. And there is our second part.